Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sunday Thing. This is episode number 12. You're watching this on, I forgot the date, March 29th, 2026. And episode 12, technically 13, means that this is the end of March, and I've been doing this for 3 months now, which is unrealistically crazy. This kind of scared me when I was making the thumbnail for it. I was like, whoa, I've done this 13 times now, like pretty much in a single type of a discipline. Anyway, let's talk about the past week. Let's talk about what has happened and what's been happening. The first thing that kind of threw me off balance, which is related to the Sunday Thing event, like the Sunday videos that I make, as well as my music, was this week I decided to go a little more extravaganza in terms of the end song. So I decided to record a full, well, not full song, but a full instrumented song, as in like guitars and bass and drums and everything, even though I use sampled drums. And the process was really good because one of the greatest things that I've learned through the past 3 months now is it is very satisfying to follow a specific discipline that allows you to develop your sharpness, your sense of execution in a time constraint environment. That is one of the greatest lessons I keep reminding myself about, that it used to be when I wanted to record a song, I had to get in the mood and I had to connect the guitars, think about the ideas, load up the instruments, all of those things. But now that I'm doing this regularly, it has allowed me to streamline some of the process to, I have a template already in my Cubase that I use for the videos. I pretty much know the placement of the mic that I want to use for the acoustic guitars, or even for the demo vocals that I do. I change my microphones. The way I mix these videos has also become relatively streamlined, even though each song is different and it requires different things. The tools that I have decided I will be using are always going to be the same set of tools. And that allows me to A, have a more consistent system of creation, and B, here's the problem with B, because as I was mixing the song, which I made a full video about, it's a separate video on the channel. I think it's called Give Me 40 Minutes, and I will show you how I mix a rock demo. You can probably, I don't know, here, I think. You can watch it if you want. Well, I'm very happy with it, even though for whatever reason, these kinds of videos that I make aren't able to reach the people I am hoping they would reach, people like myself who are probably a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of years behind me on the curve of making independent music. So I show them how it is possible to relatively easily and in an inexpensive way create a good sounding, if I dare say so myself, mix. But that's beyond the thing. As I was mixing the bass line, I noticed that there was a very weird noise that I'm unfamiliar with when it comes to bass guitars, around the 2.2 to 2.4 kilohertz, which is a very transparent frequency family. It's very easy to hear it. And at first I thought maybe it's the cable, maybe it's my playing, because for my last album all of the bass guitars are recorded with a bass guitar. It was with Vic, and I know that my cables and the stuff that I'm using are okay, so it must have been the bass. So here's what happened. This is the beginning. I'm filming this on Monday. This is the beginning of week 7 of the classes, which for many of my courses essentially is the penultimate. It is the session next to last, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I can't believe, even though I remember pretty much every moment of every session, since sometimes I'm too close to the fire in my classes, another season is coming to its end, and I feel really good. About it. A few days ago, I think it was Saturday or Friday of the last week, one of my absolute favorite bands of all time, Nickelback, they released new-ish song, and it didn't make it into the cut for last week's The Sunday Thing. However, I think I'm going to, because one of the things I love to do
when I listen to those kinds of songs, I like to cover them. I like to understand what notes, what is being played, and I should probably go for that maybe later today after my classes. I remember very clearly these places, everything here. Let me turn the camera. You see all of the greenery? This is the botanical gardens. This place was like completely dead a few weeks ago because of the winter and everything, and now green, and the trees are slowly blooming. Kind of cool. So one of the things that I challenge myself with, I try to challenge myself with every week, is try to add more complexity and more, things in the performance song of the Sunday thing. And I think this week is probably the most crowded in terms of instruments and everything, which was really fun. Quick update on the bass guitar situation. They asked me to make a video. I made a video. I sent them the video. They said they're going to go over the details with their team of experts, whatever that means, because I think noise is noise, but we'll have to wait and see. And then they will come back to me. I think it's like a part of a protocol. I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody here. And here's what I'm hoping for. One of the following situations: A, they say, this specific bass guitar has a problem and we're going to send you a new one. You can send us back with the same shipping boxes, because I have thrown the boxes out and I need boxes if they want to ship it back. 2, they say, you know what, you can pick a new bass and pay the difference. We'll send you the bass. Again, I can use the shipping boxes to send them this one back. There's also the problem of trust. Why would they send another instrument to me? Because if I could hypothetically never answer them and keep both instruments, which is also a question of ethics and morality. I wouldn't be surprised though if they actually went with this route, because it's a very common thing, at least I've heard, that happens here, that they just give you a second one and tell you to send us the other thing back. We'll see. Now I have my second class of the day in 5 minutes, so let's get it. It is Friday late evening now, almost 7 p.m. And after a lot of back and forth with the honestly pretty awesome people at Thomann, I have to return the bass. And I decided to, because as I explained, I have a problem with the shipping and I knew I wanted a bass that functions. So I picked up a different bass guitar, and I'm going to use that guitar's box to ship this one back. And so it's I got something slightly more expensive and more designed for heavier music, so I think it's going to be really fun. But yeah, huge shout out to the support team at Thomann. I think fantastic. Anyway, as much as it sucks, I have to send the bass guitar back, and I'm assuming within a few days I will have the new bass guitar, which is a different model. I went for a different brand, not a different brand, but a different make, a different model, which is also better for heavier music. So I said, you know what, let's just 2-in-1 this. And it looked also, in my opinion, a little cooler than the one I have, but that's a personal thing. So I guess next, the first April Sunday thing, I will talk to you about the bass guitar if by that time the guitar has arrived. Now, in terms of the personal life, suddenly it has gotten extremely cold again, hence the long sleeve. And I don't know, 3 days ago, it was gorgeous, sunny and warm. I was considering of bringing back my fan, but now I have to turn on the heater. It is March. March is always a little crazy here in this part of the world, but this kind of shocked me. This kind of really shocked me. Let's talk about the song of this week, and I guess wrap this video up. So for the song, the thing that I have done, as I said in the beginning of this video, was that I decided to record a full band version of a song. Usually it's an acoustic and vocals, maybe an acoustic and some piano and some vocals. But I went for electric guitars, a bunch of vocal lines, bass guitar, and also I played the drums on my MIDI controller. And it was such a fun vibe. The song is called Labyrinthe, which is French
for the word labyrinth, and I released it as the opening track of my third album, Identity or Identité, and also that was under the old label and all the old system. So I remade it and re-released it a couple of years ago as the Ghost Town Tales version of it, which is the name I've given to myself. That thing you see behind me as like my independent music label, if you want to call it. Like I like to operate under this name, which is a very fun story in and out of itself. Maybe I'll tell you at some point. And I really hope you enjoy this. I really had fun making it because it was a very condensed effort to make something holistic. Both the video and the audio took, I wanted to say, like recording, mixing, and like filming and editing, it took around 2 hours, all of it combined, which is unbelievable. Granted, it's a song that I recognize, I know very well, I'm like very familiar with all of its elements, and I knew what I was going to do. Still, being able to execute something in that level for myself, for my level of, like for my skill based on my time and everything. Remember, I have a outside of this place work, which is, I'm a university teacher and I have to deal with hundreds of students every week. But to be able to do that in like 2-3 hours, it was nothing short of a miracle. And I'm very, very happy about this. And if you were still listening to this, if you're still watching this video, thank you for watching it, and I hope you enjoyed the performance as well. Which brings me to my last point. I'm very, very slowly seeing people watching these videos, and some of the people that are watching the videos choose to subscribe to the channel. So it would be super awesome if you could consider doing the YouTube thing, as I always say, because my plan is to see if I can have 500 subscribers on this YouTube channel. Look at the irony here. Remember I told you about the bass guitar? They just messaged me and that my bass guitar, the new one, has been sent today. Apparently it should be here by next Tuesday, which is kinda, I think, like the exact same system of the previous guitar. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for doing these things with me. Thank you for hanging out. I want to see if I can get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year, which I know is a small number for a lot of people, but it is something that I have recently started really focusing on. Making a video, making it seem coherent and cohesive while working full-time as a university teacher. With my skill set, because I am not a filmmaker, I'm not really a video maker. I love doing this job and I'm learning how to do it more efficiently and better, but it is a lot of work, and I would really appreciate if you're still watching this, if you enjoy this kind of rambly, all over the place, ADHD ridden storytelling. I would really, really hope to see you more along the way on the road with me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay sane. March has come and gone. I will see you in April. Have a great rest of your time, day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. And I will be seeing you in the next week, Sunday thing. Peace.
Pourquoi tout me semble comme ça? Comme je suis emprisonné dans un déjà-vu, un retour en arrière d'un cauchemar que je n'ai jamais vécu. Les saisons changent comme les personnes, mais les couleurs restent figées. La vie comme un fardeau, difficile à porter. Les étoiles me guident vers toi, si brillant que c'est dur à voir. Mais il faut continuer, la destination m'appelle. L'amour est un labyrinthe, on cherche des voies.